Today, we're diving headfirst into Homer's Odyssey, and specifically, we're tackling what you could call its God complex, that incredibly messy, totally fascinating relationship between the gods and the mortals they love to mess with.
So let's just cut right to the chase. This is the big one. If you're studying this for your A-levels, you know this question inside and out. Is Odysseus the master of his own destiny, or is he basically just a playing piece in some epic divine game of chess? Well, let's break it down.
See, the first thing you have to get about the Odyssey is that the gods are not just distant observers sitting up on some cloud. Oh no. They are deeply, personally invested. They jump right into the action, they hold some serious grudges, and honestly, their meddling is what powers the whole story forward. It's never just abstract fate. For these gods, it's always personal.
And you can't get more personal than our first case study, the goddess Athena. She's not just helping out, she is the divine sponsor for Odysseus and his entire family. Think of her as the head strategist for Team Odysseus.
And what's so wild is just how hands-on she is. I mean, look at this list, it's so practical. She's not just showing up for the big flashy moments. She's there creating a mist so he can sneak into town, literally lighting his way with a golden lamp, giving him a divine makeover to look more impressive. She is micromanaging his journey home every step of the way.
And this is where it gets really brilliant. Her master plan covers the entire family. For Odysseus, it's all about direct, strategic help. For his son, Telemachus, she's like a divine mentor, giving him the courage and the education, the Greeks called it paideia, that he needs to finally grow up. And for his wife, Penelope, the support is a bit more subtle, reassuring dreams, a little boost of divine beauty right when she needs to face the suitors. It's a completely coordinated, family-wide strategy.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. In Book 13, Athena lays it all out, right to Odysseus' face. This isn't just some vague promise. It is a direct confirmation from the goddess herself that they are partners in this whole venture.
Which just goes to show she's so much more than a guardian angel. The scholar Jenny Strauss-Clay absolutely nails it with this term, co-strategist. Clay argues Athena isn't just a helper, she's the engine of the plot, working with Odysseus. Seriously, remember that term. It's a top-tier point to make in any essay.
Okay, so let's flip the coin. If Athena is the engine pushing Odysseus forward, Poseidon is the brutal, relentless headwind trying to stop him. He is the main divine obstacle, and just like Athena, his reasons are deeply, deeply personal.
Just look at this timeline. It shows that Poseidon's rage isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a decade-long campaign of pure vengeance. It all starts when Odysseus blinds his son, the Cyclops Polyphemus, and it just doesn't let up. Every storm, every shipwreck, all of that suffering at sea, that's the long, bitter arc of Poseidon's wrath in action.
So, you've got a divine helper in one corner and a divine enemy in the other. So who's the referee? Well, that would be Zeus. He's not really on Team Odysseus or Team Poseidon. His main concern is the bigger picture, cosmic balance, order, and justice. He is the ultimate arbiter.
Zeus doesn't get involved often, but when he does, boy, it is decisive. He's the one who orders Calypso to finally let Odysseus go. He's the one who punishes the crew for their incredible stupidity in eating the sun god's cattle. He even tells Poseidon to back off the Phaeacians. And that final thunderbolt in Book 24, that's Zeus slamming his gavel down and ending the cycle of violence for good. His job is to enforce the ultimate rules of the game.
And this right here is the central paradox with Zeus. At the very start of the poem, he's basically complaining, saying mortals are always blaming the gods for problems they create themselves. He clearly believes in human responsibility, and yet his job is to make sure that, in the end, justice wins and order is restored. It's a fascinating contradiction. Okay, revision hats on. For anyone studying this next part is pure gold. We're going to quickly run through how some key scholars see the gods. This will give you the kind of critical language you need to really elevate your analysis.
So you've got Emily Kearns, who sees the gods as the guardians of cosmic order, even when they're bickering among themselves. Then there's Barbara Graziosi, who has this great point that the gods are embarrassingly human, and that's what makes them characters you can actually bargain with. We've already talked about Jenny Strauss-Clay's brilliant idea of Athena as the plot's engine, and Jasper Griffin sums up Zeus perfectly as that distant but ultimately decisive judge.
So, let's circle back to that big question from the start. Who's really in control? The real answer is, it's complicated. The gods are not just a simple plot device to get heroes out of trouble. They are part of this incredibly complex system where divine will, human choices, cosmic justice, and raw emotion all collide. Mortals absolutely make their own choices, but it's the gods who design the chaotic game board on which they have to play.
Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. If the gods, led by Zeus, are always going to make sure things turn out justly in the end, then how much blame can mortals like Odysseus and his crew really take for their own suffering? That's the core debate of the entire epic, and trust me, there is no easy answer.